Hello and welcome to Talk of the Game in association with our sponsor, Royal London Watches. Father's Day coming up. Get your old man a West Ham watch, assuming he's a hammer. Tom, Hull City, what's your thoughts on our opponents on Saturday?
Yeah, they're struggling in the Premier League. They've got everything to play for. It's going to be is it a 6-pointer? I don't know if it's a 6-pointer or not, to be honest with you. I know, but it's going to be a very, very tough game. They're fighting for everything. And to be honest with you, they deserve to beat us at our place, really, wasn't it? It was the game when the post got man of the match, wasn't it? So they absolutely battered us, pummeled us. And if it wasn't for that post, I mean, 3 or 4 times it got whacked. Yeah, so they deserve to beat us at our gaff. It's going to be a tough game. Yeah.
Charlie, are they doing, even though they're third bottom, are they doing a bit better than you thought they would this season? Because for me personally, I'd written them all before they even kicked them. I think they had, 14 senior players on the first day of the season or something.
I remember when we were doing those Premier League preview shows and we both sat down and it was almost like when you're writing down who's getting relegated, it's like, yep, Hull last, they've got no chance, it's done, it's over. And I think, since their new manager's coming in, he's turned it around a little bit, not maybe as much as it seems, but he's certainly turned it around a bit. And the biggest difference is they actually have faith now. They actually believe they can go on and do more. Whereas before they were just like, if they're getting draws, it's kind of a happy thing. It's like, good, we're battling our way through. But now there's actually a belief in the team and in the fans especially that they can actually maybe escape relegation this season. And for them, if they don't get relegated, that's a monumental achievement given the state the club was in at the beginning of the season.
Tom, do you think they'll go down, or do you think they've sort of got enough about them at the vital part of the season in order to stay up?
I think they've got one of the better run-ins. I think out of the buns down the bottom, I think they're going to have enough to stay up. I do. Yeah, I think that, as Charlie mentioned, that their manager Silva, he's not going to stay on. He's literally, it was like a 6-month or 7-month sort of deal, wasn't it? Like he's got but he's been a revelation. I mean, they're playing some really good stuff. No, I think they'll stay up. I think they'll just get there. I think they'll stay up.
Well, as these two have mentioned, their manager Marco Silva has come in at the start of January, and including his other 3 previous clubs, he's actually gone 3 years now since he last lost a home league game. He knows how to make his home ground a fortress. I think it's 38 games, and he's won 31 of them. So it's not like he's drawn them. He can dominate games, but he was in charge of Sporting and Olympiacos, so it's a bit like Mourinho at Porto. It's easier in those slightly smaller leagues. Charlie, who's your danger man for Hull? I'm not going to ask you to, but I predict that if I asked either of you two to name a Hull starting 11, I think you would both struggle. Am I right, Charlie?
Yeah, I think me and you personally both know that I'll name one Hull player, and that's Andrew Robson all day, all night. But apart from that, I mean, Snodgrass was their big player, and he's left, obviously to us. But they're more than the sum of their parts. They don't have a single person. They have some good players, some players who stand above the rest, but they are more than the sum of their parts. They're doing better than expected because everyone is starting to put in a shift together as opposed to just 1 or 2 individual players. So I'm not personally going to be able to name them, partially because I can't name individual players. I'm not going to lie about it, but also because I think if we go into this expecting, they're going to know what to do against us. Everyone knows how to play against us. Everyone knows what our weaknesses are. And I think they're going to be able to do that very well.
It's Klukas I like their centre midfielder, Klukas. It's him that he always catches my eye whenever I watch them. Hull City, however, have given away the most penalties in the Premier League this season. 11 penalties they've given away. West Ham are second, giving away 8. So between us, we're giving away 19 penalties in the league. No wonder we're both struggling a wee bit. Right, let's move on to West Ham. Before we do that, the referee is Mike Jones. West Ham haven't had him this season. We've had him 11 times in the Premier League history, winning just 3. The last time we had him was away to Stoke, the very last game of last season. Hull have had him twice this season. They drew 0-0 away to Man U and they drew 3-3 at home to Crystal Palace. 8 times in Premier League history, winning 4, so they don't mind this referee. Speaking of history, Tom, it's been 3 years since Andy Carroll played 4 90-minute games in a row, and he's so far played 3. Is this now where we need him to stay fit? Is this is getting a bit crucial, isn't it? This is who we're relying on.
No, you come out with these stats, right? And when you come out with these stats, they usually go Pete Tom. So you come out and said that he's played 3 90 minutes. He hasn't gone 3 years to play Well, he's going to get injured, then, isn't he? He's going to pull up. He's going to get injured against Hull. He's going to pull up. He'll be out for the season. You just jinxed this, Gio. Well done, mate. You know what I mean? But no, yeah, that is a pretty shocking stat. I mean, yeah, he's injury prone. And to be honest, I don't know if Andy's going to have any impact against Hull. They've got some. If I remember rightly, when they played against us, they've got Dawson. Is it Dawson? The old Tottenham. Is he play for him?
He does. Maguire's their main centre back. I can't remember who's been parting him. I think Dawson's been dropped since the new manager's come in the last few games. Charlie, is important. One stat, another I'm going to throw at you. West Ham conceded the most goals in the opening 15 minutes of games, which is 8. Is it important that we sort of start a bit brighter? Because our last couple of games, Leicester 2-0 down, Bournemouth, they conceded a penalty in the first 10 minutes. Is it more important than ever this season that we wake up from the first whistle?
Yeah, we are the exact opposite of what we were last season. Last season, we came out of the gates absolutely flying, and we were knocking teams away like Liverpool and City because of that. Arsenal, we were knocking them away early stages and having to let them come onto us, basically. With this game, they're going to have a lot of confidence at home. Given the stats of Marco Silva that everyone's talking about constantly, given the fact that he's, like I just said, giving them rejuvenated belief that they can actually do something. If we can go there and get a goal in the early stages, then that's going to really, A, shake up their game plan, and B, really give their crowd something to think about and make it so, although they're not known as the most loud crowd in the world, it really will give them a different aspect of the game and a different look at it. And that could be potentially huge for the entire 90 minutes, because I don't have confidence in us at the moment to be able to perform amazingly over an entire 90 minutes.
Various reports, Tom, suggest that Masuaku will start ahead of Cresswell. Is that the right call for you?
Cresswell hasn't been on his game. Is it the right call? No, not really. Not for me. If Cresswell's a better defender, isn't he? He's a better player. So no, I maybe would stick with Cresswell, to be honest with you. But he hasn't been. I can see why he would get dropped, but no, for me, I'd stick with Cresswell.
What about Noble, Tom? He's fit. He's going to start as captain. Is this the type of game where we do actually need Mark Noble? There's been a lot of talk as to how often we use him and stuff. Is this the game where he would start even if other players were fit? Oh,
yeah. I mean, the one thing that Noble might have lost his legs a little bit, but the one thing we do miss when he is missing is leadership. There's no leadership. No one grabbing over the team, telling them what to do. If they mess up, giving them a clip around the ear, telling them they're being crap or telling them they're playing bad. So we do miss Mark Noble's leadership, unfortunately, and that's what he brings out in abundance. So he's got, as you said, he's going to come back in. We've got loads of injuries, so he's going to come back in, and I think Noble's. This is a must-win game, Jay. It's a must-win game.
Charlie, as you said it, Tom just said it is a must-win. Charlie, is it for you? If we win, that's relegation over. But if we lose, is that us right back in it? We'll only be 6 points ahead of Hull with 8 games to go.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about relegation, but if we do lose against Hull this weekend, then it's going to be playing in the back of my mind, definitely, and the rest of the team as well. I'm not concerned that we're going to go down particularly, but I am concerned that we could seriously drop like a rock. And these are the games that you have to, if we're going to finish where we need to finish, these are games you just have to win. There's no two ways about it. So whether you're concerned about relegation or just concerned about finishing the season strong, if we're not beating Hull, then we're in serious trouble.
Hull City have never lost a home Premier League game to West Ham. However, there has only been 4 games. They've won 2 and drawn 2 against us. Tom, are you confident for this one? And who's key for you? Like, what do West Ham have to do to win this game on Saturday?
I'm not confident, mate. No, it's a must win. I'm not confident. Most of all, for me, we need to play Lanzini more central. For me, Lanzini is going to be key to opening them up. We need everyone to be in the game. Snodgrass he's going to be starting. He's because of injuries, Snodgrass can start. Maybe for Gooley or no. For me personally, it'd be Ayew. I mean, you've got to start Ayew. Ayew's going to be key. But Lanzini, he's going to be key as well in the middle. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, Jeff. It's going to be really difficult. A lot of injuries. And the players when they do get, they haven't played together a lot. Haven't got a lot of confidence going in. But hey.
I'll get your prediction in a minute, Tom. Charlie, what about yourself? Are you a little bit more confident than Tom, or I mean, what does Bilic? What are you hoping Bilic does to give us the 3 points?
We got to set up with a 4-2-3-1, and I think those three behind the striker are going to be key to getting the win. They're going to set up defensively strong. They're going to look to defend, and we need to be able to open those people up. Like Tom said, people like Lanzini and Ayew behind whoever ends up playing up front, whether it be Carroll or whoever. It's going to be vital to opening them up. I'm mildly confident. I wouldn't say I expect us to walk away with a convincing win. I'm not even expecting us to blow to. I don't know. I'm not expecting anything convincing whatsoever. But there is part of me that thinks we're going to win this game. Yeah.
I think it's important that we only concede one at the very most. I can't see us scoring 3. With Antonio out of the squad, I struggle to see where goals are coming from. We've got Carroll. I'm not convinced he's fully fit yet. I know he's had the break, so we'll see. But he wasn't fully fit before that break. Ayew's in form, thank God. But Feghouli, Snodgrass, neither of them are chipping in with assists or goals. And that just leaves Carroll and Lanzini, and that's a massive worry for me. I think Cech has to start centre-back with Fonte. I do not want to see James Collins and Fonte. That would be the slowest centre-back partnership I've seen in a long time at West Ham. But if there was one opposition, you said, who does James Collins play against? I'd probably pick Hull City. But I think that says more about West Ham than Hull. Prediction time. Charlie, what are you going for?
I'm going to say 2-1 to West Ham. I think I can see someone from Hull scoring, like you say, but I can't see them getting 2, and I can't see us scoring 3, so 2-1.
Tom?
But we've got to be dirty now. You know, we've got to get in amongst it. You know, we need to go up against them. This is, you know, do the players want to be playing in the Championship potentially, or do they want to be playing in the Premier League? I want to see blood and guts. I want to see fight. I want to see bloody noses. I just want them to play for the shirt, play for the club. All the travelling fans, a 3.5, 4 hour trip up there. I'm going to go blood and guts 1-0 West Ham. It's going to be, you know, that's what I want to see. I can't see us scoring 2, to be honest with you. If anything, hopefully the post gets man of the match again. They bang the post 3 or 4. I'll take the same result again. That's what I'm going to say. I'll take the same result. Bit of luck, fluke, blood and guts, 1-0 West Ham.
I totally agree with you there, Tom. Actually, this is why Noble for me is the first name on the team sheet this weekend. Football has to wait. This is a battle now on Saturday. It's sleeves up, getting about it. Come off that pitch covered in sweat and blood and mud. I don't care. You just getting about it. And perhaps maybe that is where James Collins does come in. I don't care whoever is on that pitch on Saturday has to give 100% for that shirt, because you know, you can keep your tricks until we've won a couple of games and we're safe. Keep your tricks for Swansea if we get 4 points against Hull and Arsenal. Give us the entertainment then. Saturday, just get the points. I'm going for a 1-0 as well, because I struggle to see where goals are coming from. And I think Bilic will take the 2-0. After going so quickly 2-0 down against Leicester, I think we'll start quite defensively. And when we were winning in the first half of the season, it was 1-0 wins. You know, we had Sunderland, we had Hull, we had Burnley. They were all 1-0 wins. And I think we have to just revert back to that. Get the 3 points on the board, get out of Hull, stay in the Premier League for another season, and hopefully get some pressure off our manager. Anyway, Charlie, are you putting up the video tomorrow night?
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, no, I hope so. We've got the Jonjo into stuff going out tomorrow, so that'd be good. So make sure you check that out. Hit the subscribe button while you're here. We'll be back on Saturday with the review. Tom, enjoy the game.
Will do.
And we'll see you on Saturday evening.